listeners out there in podcast land. This is your host, Severen Henderson. Here to do a real quick talk about what's coming up on today's episode. So for today's episode, I had the opportunity to speak with Rocelle Hampton. She's a FinTech advisor and a Chicagoland Realtor. So she's going to come on and talk about different ways to help boost your credit, get you in position to buy a house so you don't have to rent forever and things like that and of that nature. So make sure you take some notes and pay attention to how she and I can help you. Inside of the podcast episode, I talk about how I had some hiccups with my credit go on and how I was able to fix those hiccups with her help, all for the low cost of free $99. And I offer the same services and benefits to help you boost and increase your credit. It's really just financial advice, trying to help you out, trying to make sure that you're building a financially strong foundation. And then in turn, you can go on to do other things. We offer a lot of services in this industry of fintech, everything from high yield savings accounts, business loans, LLC setup, and more. So just listen to the episode. Tell me if it's anything that you're interested in, anything that you would need help with. I'm here to help and I'm here to serve. A little bit more on the Championized Podcast. If you're new here, it's been called a bunch of different things, but it's the same feed. I'm Severen Henderson, and this podcast is for innovators, leaders, people just trying to stay on the right course, the right path, and do things in a positive manner. I write on a blog. I have a website, championized.com. I write on Substack under the name Severen Henderson, and I'm on social media platforms at I am Sevy. So if you've been following me, you know all that, but if you're new to seeing me and new to seeing my content, that's where you can find me. IamSevy.com is kind of the link to my bio in all aspects. So looking forward to hearing from you, learning from you, and just getting a better feel and doing more with this podcast thing. Like I said, it's been around for a while, but I'm trying to hit it a little bit more consistently now. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, take a listen to this episode. I hope you like it. Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe, click, all that other fun stuff, and let me know what you would like to hear in the future. Thanks again for listening.
I am here today starting off my new podcast venture, my new old podcast venture, where I get to talk to interesting people. And today I'm speaking with Rocelle Hampton. She's going to talk all about her business ventures and how she's such a go-getter and all the other great things that she has going on and that she brought me into as well. So without further ado, Rocelle, introduce yourself to us, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rocelle Hampton. I'm an Illinois realtor, and I'm also a financial technology consultant, just like Mr. Severen Henderson here. We are here to talk to you about some of the financial services. And of course, if you have any questions with real estate, I will try my best to think of all those questions, mentally and relay it to you guys today.
Okay, well, let's start with real estate before we get into financial advice and everything else. So
Yes,
we are in June of 2026. What are some of the rates going right now?
Oh, that's different. It's different for every person, in their financial situation. So it could be around 6.75, and it could update every 10 a.m. in the morning, so you have to connect with your preferred lender or mortgage loan officer to get the best, to the best number that they can come up with during that day. So, but it's hovering around mid 6 to 7, depending on their credit score and other, of course, factors.
Okay, so according to just what's going on, the credit score, money they're bringing, putting down, and all that other stuff. Well, that doesn't really mess with the rate. Rate is just based off credit score, right?
The money that you put down also plays a role with your interest rate, because if you have more money down, then lenders are more inclined to lend you money with less risk, so they
Okay.
give you a better interest rate.
Okay. So, how long have you been in real estate? How long have you been in the market and, getting people buying people, getting people to buy houses and purchase homes?
5 years now, sir. I work with buyers, sellers, investors, and tenants sometimes,
And
and
tenants
landlords.
sometimes. How does that work going with tenants? I'm not familiar.
Also, with tenants and landlords, of course, it's a different ball game. They don't have this, you see comparables in the market. However, the house is going for, however much the house is going for. I have one that was 4 bedrooms in Bolingbrook, and it was going for 2,700 per month. But I know it's different for other parts of the city. Say, for example, if we're talking about a more prominent area in the city like Lincoln Park, 2,700 could be for a 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom. So
Okay.
it just
Got
depends. Yeah.
just depends. So what areas do you serve the most?
All of Chicagoland. I wouldn't say any particular area the most, because I've sold from all the way from Zion to all the way to Pingree Grove to in the city to Calumet City. Just I just go everywhere.
Just all over the place. Okay, that's
All over the
good.
place.
I
Yes,
like
sir.
that. That's the best way to help serve your customers and everything else. So, kind of a quick transition. We talked a little bit about real estate. Now, you also do financial planning, financial advice, and how does that help with the real estate lending?
So honestly, I got into the fintech. A little backstory here. September 2023, I got in an accident and I lost my baby. And of course, I didn't realize that
I'm
the
sorry to hear
trauma.
that.
Sorry.
I said I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, what happened was I didn't know that the trauma kind of caused me to not do anything for the business. And so, at one point I was like, man, I haven't sold a house from January till August, and it's almost the end of the end of the year, and I have to do something. So I was about to think about all of the things that I can add as far as value to my buyers and sellers, and I came across the financial technology, and I was able to utilize all these financial services that you also offer,
Mhm.
in order to prepare people who might be hopeless in the home buying journey. They think that they're not able to buy because of their credit score, because they don't have savings. But we do have some resources such as the credit repair software. We have the high yield savings account to expedite their saving process as far as down payment, and we have debt relief to help them before they get into bankruptcy. We also have personal loans that can consolidate. And just an example of that is I have a client that has this is a six-figure earner. He got approved for $250,000, and you already know Chicagoland 250 is barely a house.
Right.
So
Right.
I told him if he consolidated all those six payments that he has plus pay off that collection, we can consolidate that in one payment. So instead of paying a total of 1,600 across all six different accounts, he can pay off a minimal amount of about 700. Is I believe he was able to get approved for. So instead
Mhm.
of 1,600 down to 700, now he's approved for more house. So he has more options. So we have a bunch of things that are available. They just need to, of course, contact you and contact me in order to get started.
Okay. So, like you said, contact you, contact me. I came into the business the same way, kind of by accident, looking for financial relief and advice. I offer financial advice, just not professionally, just kind of when I talk to people in passing and everything, especially on the podcast. I like sharing financial nuggets that I find out about. And this company is just kind of blew me away with all the offers that they have. So you gave it to us all kind of quick. How about a little bit slower? Let's talk about each individual thing that we offer here.
Yes, sir. We do have one of the free services that we have is the high yield savings account. A lot
Okay.
of people think that the best way to keep their money is through their banks, and it's not the truth because they only give you 0.01 in APY, which means every $1,000 that you put in your savings account with the commercial bank, Chase, PNC, Bank of America, it it gathers 10 cents every year. So $1,000 of your hard-earned money
I
makes
get you
10 cents
10
every
separate
year.
dimes. Okay. And that is
So
nothing.
we offer over about 310% up to 380% compared to your Chase, PNC, Bank of America, and all of those things. So
Okay.
it's much better, and it's a compounding interest. But because Einstein said compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world.
Eighth
He who
great
knows
wonder of
it
the
earns
world.
it.
Yeah.
Yes. He who knows it earns it. He who don't pays for it, and you might be paying for it now.
Okay. So that's one offer that we have is
That's
that
one
high
of
yield
them.
savings account. What else we got?
We got some free LLC setup. More than 7 out of 10 businesses in America are in sole proprietorship. So business owners, I got a business, but I don't have no LLC. I don't have a business structure. So that means I am not protecting my personal assets. So we help these individuals get at least that LLC to protect their personal assets for free. That some people pay $500, $1,000, to pay to set up for. All they have
Hmm.
to pay for is, of course, the filing fee with the state because you can't get around Uncle Sam,
Yeah.
but it's 154, I believe, and 58 cents in Illinois. I believe $50 in Arizona, and it's 200 in Washington. So it depends on every state, but we don't charge them at all for the setup.
So you just filing fee for the different states that you're going to, and we do work with all 50 states, correct?
All 50 states, Puerto Rico and Guam, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Mhm.
And then you said the filing fee is different for each state, and then you get different benefits when you file with different states as well, right? Because I know we have the Delaware LLC, Wyoming is another big one. Can you speak to that at all?
No, sir, because I haven't set up any Delaware yet, but I do think that like I've set up something from Missouri, and they have a different way of setting up their LLC as far as series. So
Okay.
if you are a multi-entrepreneur or serial entrepreneur who wants to have an LLC, an umbrella with a different, with a different segment or
Hmm.
series of LLCs, you can do so by filing a series form in their maybe like in their website, in the
Okay.
IRS website. Yes, sir.
I love and I appreciate that answer because you didn't just send us off with something that you said, nope, I don't know, but I can
Yes,
find
sir.
out for you. So that's a
Yes.
beautiful answer. So all too often people try and make up answers and they try and
Right.
get
No,
answers.
we're not trying to sidetrack everybody. We want
Yeah,
them to
we're not
go.
trying to sidetrack you
Yeah.
at all.
We want
So
them to
that's
have that financial full house in order for sure.
yes, with honesty and integrity.
Yes.
So I
Yes,
appreciate that.
sir.
So we talked about the LLC setup. We talked about the high yield savings account. What else do we have?
We do have personal loans. So that's the one I was talking about. You can consolidate. So with personal loans, we have different ways to use it, right? We can refinance student loans. We can refinance car loans if you need to get married and you need a wedding wedding fund. If you
Hmm.
want vacation or big purchase such as appliances and furnitures because you just moved into your new house, and as you know, if you're going into real estate and buying a house, you cannot use your credit card. You cannot
And
purchase
you,
anything, loan anything, open up any accounts until you close. So, but after you close, then, feel free to use one of our personal loans and get yourself funded with whatever you need to fund yourself with. And of course, that's good for people who might be, I know somebody who opened up his credit cards and maxed it out when he was 20 years old. He's
yeah,
32 right now. He's still paying for minimum. for
Paying
minimum
minimum
payments
balance from 12 years.
for 12
Wow.
years. You don't want to be that person because you'll be paying thousands of dollars and, die with the debt.
And you feel like you're never getting ahead.
Nope. Never feel like you're getting ahead at all.
Okay. Well, what other services do we offer?
So we do have credit repair. The
Yes.
credit repairs, of course, is amazing if you are trying to start a business, trying to buy a house, trying to buy a car. And get this, if you need to find a job, or even if it's not right now, if you need to find a job later, you're in school right now and you know you're going to get a good job later, you need to fix your credit score right now. If you're
Yes.
trying to get an insurance premium, if you want to save some money, get your credit fixed right now, because all of these things are affected by your credit score, and your availability of a better financing or a better premium will always depend on your credit score. And of course, you can write hundreds of resumes. If your credit score is bad, you'll only be considered by a few employers. So
Right. It's
something
like
to consider.
saying the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So
Yes.
you're saying if you having credit issues, quit putting it off. Just address them sooner rather than later, right?
Yes, sir. Because a lot of people don't care about their credit score until they need to do something.
There
They
you
don't
go.
care about the credit score.
Yeah.
Oh, I
They
need
don't
I need
care
to buy a
until it's
house.
time. Yep,
Right.
until it's time to do something. And then
Yes,
even
sir.
with purchasing a house, more times than not, it's easier and more cost effective for you to buy a house than to rent for a long time. Like you were saying, you help tenants out and they could be paying 2,700 to rent a 2 bed or a 3 bed 2 bath. And if they had their credit together and they were able to finance that place, it might cost 1,500 for a mortgage as opposed to paying the 2,700 for the rent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it'll make the mortgage payments more affordable for them if they have a nice credit score as well. So yeah, it helps a bunch of things in your life.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
We pretty much covered all the things that we offer financial wise. Back to real estate, just for a half a second. The
Yes, sir.
Chicagoland area, they just came out with a new program, where you get the home buyer assistance. Are you familiar with that? Can you tell me anything about it?
I have scanned through it. One of my buyers was talking about, like, you can get about $25,000, up to $25,000 in home buyers credit, but I haven't really looked into it yet. I'm pretty sure the income, I believe, is of course the income is, subject to the factors that can get you approved for that, but I believe depending on how much you get paid and what area is how much you're gonna get approved. So
Oh,
even if it sounds good that you can get approved up to 25, just don't think that you're gonna get approved for the whole amount.
okay.
Because and the thing is, like, even though before this program, there's a lot of other programs that actually offer you the down payment assistance, and then you can also negotiate a closing credit with the seller. So whatever it is that's going on, there's always a program that's going to be right for you. And even though they're coming up with this new thing, there's other programs that might work better for you, so just keep an open mind.
So keep an open mind and work
Yes,
with
sir.
you in particular to get that house that you
Yes,
need to
sir.
get.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
before you do that, what do you should get your credit together first.
Get with me first.
Get with
Get with Sir Severin first.
and get with
Get
me
with Sir
first.
Severin. Yes.
Get with us in conjunction, just some type of way, so you can get your credit together.
Yes, sir.
That's financial literacy and getting financial freedom is always a key for people. People always talk about that's something that they want to do and they want to accomplish. Can you give
Mm-hmm.
me an example? You gave me one example of a person that was maxed out the credit card to 20, still paying at 32. How about good stories? I know I'll speak about my story in a second, but before we get to me,
Mm-hmm.
more about one of your top stories that you had go on.
Okay, yeah, sure. With the credit repair and real estate together, I have a client that started their credit journey a couple of a couple of months ago,
Month.
and 2 weeks, yep, 2 weeks ago, he bought his $375,000 home in South Elgin. He didn't know.
Mm.
He always thought that he had a bad credit score, but once we
Mhm.
updated his profile, and they were like, you know what, I'm ready to buy a house. When I told them that they're good to go, they went for it, and they even won a multiple offer situation. So there's nothing that's gonna change in your life unless you do something about it. The good thing is we can all agree that if you don't do anything about it, then you're gonna stay the same.
And you're gonna stay stuck. So if
Yes,
you're stuck, you're gonna stay stuck.
yes, yes.
Okay. So they worked with you for credit repair. Did they
Mhm.
need the credit repair, or they just automatically had good credit?
They did need the credit repair. He thought he always had a bad credit score, but he thought he could get better, and I agree with him. It's just that they wanted to buy a house, so we did a credit repair for a couple of months, and he's like, you know what, let's go for it. And
Okay.
yeah, we won a multiple offer situation. They're happy, and the wife is actually starting a business in the home, so they can part of the
Write it off
house they can
tax wise.
tax write it off. Yeah.
Now, did you help them with the LLC setup as well?
She's gonna come to me for that one as
We're
well.
gonna come to you for that as well. So you just have all the bases covered from FinTech and from the real estate journey as well. What about investing wise in real estate? Like not just buying a house for yourself to live in. What about
Mhm.
like a house hack? I know a lot of times people may buy a two flat, three flat and live in one and rent out the other. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
It depends on your personal situation. If you think that you're the type of person that you can live with somebody, that rents out with you, then go ahead and go for your maximum would be 4 units, because that's still considered a primary residence. Anything over 4 units is considered commercial.
Got
So
it.
reason why you want it to be primary residence is because your taxes are lower, your interest rate are lower, and your required down payment and financial terms would also be more simpler and lower. So
Right.
that's what you want. But a lot of people who don't want to do that setup, they if you have a lot of money, you can do multiple buildings, multi-unit. But I would suggest, if you only have a little bit, you can do a condo with a low HOA fee,
Hmm.
and also allows renters right away, because a lot of especially in the city of Chicago, they
Hmm.
will let you rent the unit, but you have to wait 2 years or a year, and you have
Oh,
to be on a waiting list. So
did not
just so
know
you
that.
know, that exists. Yeah.
I did not know that. So you gave us a little bit of vocabulary there that listeners may not be familiar with. What is a HOA fee?
HOA fee is your homeowners association. This is present in condo units mostly, and some townhomes. So
Okay.
this fee is used to maintain the property, especially the common units, common areas.
Okay. Got it. So overall, we have credit repair, we have housing hacks, we have work with you from one end of the state to the other end of the state, and then even
Yes, sir.
working with you to set up their LLCs in different states as well. And me too. I'm under you in the fintech industry, and still looking for a home run client or just trying to help somebody out. And what it really sounds like to me is that you are here to serve, like you're here to help people out of their situations.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that the case? And anything more that you want to speak to about that?
Yeah, me and my husband, we like to help people. We've bought a car, or a couple of vehicles for family and friends, and it's just that what we do is something that we like to do, right? But with the financial industry that we're doing right now, this is the only platform, I believe, that have allowed me to help and serve other people without digging in my own pocket, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and hurting myself in the process. All I have to do is, tell them what I know about the finances and guide them through their personal journey. And the thing is, you're actually helping people who want to help themselves.
yes, yes. That's
So
that's
that's what I like about this. And I wanted to tell people as well that if they are that person who likes to help other people, their family members, their friends, people that they don't know, and they're just, passionate about helping people, they should connect with you and, ask you about what they can do in order to have all of these menu of financial services to offer the 50 states and Puerto Rico.
Okay, that
Yes,
and
sir.
Guam, right?
And Guam, yes.
And Guam.
And
Gotta
Guam.
gotta have that in there as well. So
Yes, sir.
so you gave us the rundown from all the financial services we can have and that we have to offer. We have the high interest savings account. We have LLC set up. We have credit repair. And like I said, from my own personal experience, I was having a down little credit time. I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm just balling all the time. We all make mistakes and have our little hiccups. So my score went up by
Ooh.
100 plus points in the course of what, maybe 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
How long would you say it had been? And then I don't want to say where
About
my
three
score started
disputes.
at or where it's at now, but it
Yeah,
went it it,
it
it went up by
shot
100
up.
plus points.
Yes,
All by
it was
running the
amazing.
system that you taught me how to do, and like I said, did it up under you. So if I'm, like I said, I'm admitting that freely. I had a
Mhm.
hiccup. Hiccup came back, and now I'm good. So I can do almost anything. I'm trying to get eight. I'm trying to join the 800 club.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's the thing. We're not even helping people get to that credit score, to the good credit score. We're helping people buy houses. We're helping people get their dream car. We're helping people start their own businesses. You know what I'm saying? So it's real freedom that we're trying to get to people, and
Yeah.
it's right at the tip of their fingertips if they just reach for it. That's why we're doing this.
Yep. So like after this podcast, you can reach out to me and say, Sev, I heard you talking. Yeah, I won't say anything about it or say anything to anybody. That's one good thing I can do is always keep my mouth shut. But I would love to help somebody. I'd love to help someone the same way that you helped me. Because, like I said, just in that little bit of time, just going through the system with you, sending in letters and disputes and making sure everything on my profile was correct and activated properly, it caused my credit score to just skyrocket.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, before we get out of here, this will be a quick episode. Is there anything else that you want to say or that you want to pitch or anything else that we can talk about that'll give somebody some more financial education or some financial freedom that they may be looking for?
Yes, sir. So, if you are somebody who heard the information today and still on the edge, it's okay because we're not selling anything. We're, like I said, we're trying to serve people, right? So we're just trying to tell you guys the information. That way you can figure out for yourself whether this is something for you, and if not, maybe somebody will be able to help. So just reach out. Don't worry about anything else. Just get the information and spread the word.
And one more thing, because
Yes,
what
sir.
did you charge me?
Oh, 199, I think.
No, well, that's what I end up having to pay. But what did you charge me personally from you? Like, did I have to pay you anything?
Oh, no, nothing. You
And
didn't
that's
have to pay me
that's what I'm
anything.
saying. I didn't have to pay
Yes, sir.
you anything. It was the
Yes, sir.
low cost. That's what I had to pay for myself to
Right.
activate everything else. But from
Mhm.
you didn't charge me a dime, right?
No, no, sir. Just
And
all pure service.
and that's what I told somebody else, and they didn't believe me. They said, "Yeah, right." And I said, literally, I said, this woman helped me out and didn't charge me anything. That doesn't work. That doesn't exist. And you're here to tell that it exists, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It does exist. If you believe that you're the type of person who help other people without asking for anything in return, then you should believe that there are people like you, and
And
that's
then
us.
it wasn't even I got in on a special, so now we gotta look out for another special. So
Yes, sir. We actually have some special going on. So if you see this video right now, just hop on it right away because
it's
we got something for you.
June was today, the 16th, June 16th, 2026. So you better hurry
Yes,
up and
sir.
get at us
Hurry
and
up.
get in for that special. So
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you sharing your story. Just one more time for the listeners, just how can they get in contact with you in particular?
Yes, sir. I'm Rocelle Hampton. I'm a Chicagoland Realtor. And if I can drive to you, I can serve you. My phone number is 312-975-7223. My social media is all the same in all platforms. Rocelle Hampton.
Okay, sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on, and you have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Okay, so that's it for today's episode. I hope you got some value out of the podcast overall and that you were able to understand what we were speaking about. If you need any help, any guidance, you can always hit me on my social media sites or my website. It's iamsevy.com. That's www.iamsevy.com. Again, I have the Championized website. That's just championized.com. championized.com. And any other ways that you want to hit me, you can find me on social media handles at iamsevy. Again, my name is Severen Henderson. Thanks for listening to the Championized Podcast. Can't wait to speak to you again.